12 for 90 211 coming at you with another video. This video, again, as this, I had already made a video specifically for Charles MacLean, I believe, which had requested a Dark Magician deck. Now, as you have already noticed on my website, I either have the English versions, the core, the hyper budget core, or the expensive core for top tier. I also have many variety of different decks. Obviously, in Mercari, I try to cover most of the budget since Mercari's, in case you didn't know, they have a regulation that you can't go over 2 grand for sales. Like it doesn't matter if a card you have is cost 50,000, can't go over 2 grand. So obviously, Mercari is a place where you get budget. So obviously, I lean more towards the budget there. But on eBay, I can go as far as 50,000 or more for anything like some of the cards that I have, like the LOB Dark Magician, the English original, from like ages ago. Um, I sell those for somewhere around 5 to 8,000 per copy, and some of the decks, sometimes people want to put two of them or three of them in there, so you could do the math. That doesn't even include the deck. That's why I was telling you if it is better for you to give me your budget, and you did give me a budget, you gave me a number, that's good. But I had made this deck for you, the one that you're seeing right now. I made it, I think, 2 weeks ago for you, and you never responded to it. So I'm kind of wondering if you're a troll, and this isn't anything against you or anybody. I'm just really wondering if you're a troll or you're serious, because you're requesting a deck. Then when you're shown a deck, you don't really say much. Um, so the most popular deck versions for the price that you requested, the deck can actually go somewhere around there. You would probably have a dragoon, um, the dragoon option, like you were saying. But the problem with the dragoon is you would have to decide: do you want to wait 2 3 months for the dragoon to come when the price drops? That way you could get that one, because that dragoon is probably gonna be like 30 $40, and I could get you a copy for that. Because if you want a dragoon right now, the dragoons that I have, they're all my cards are gym mint condition. The reason for most of the cards that I sell on eBay or on what's it called? Mercari, Toad and Trode, or through TCG or all these other places, or OfferUp, or just local sales. A lot of these people are looking for cards that are a gem mint condition, like out of a pack fresh. The reason why is because a lot of people PSA the cards. PSA cards are full price. They can go anywhere from 150 to $200 for Dragoon, believe me or not, because these guys turn around, they PSA the card, PSA 9, PSA 10, boom, the card's worth $700, $800, even 1,000 at a PSA 10. So if you're looking for a damaged Dragoon, those are the ones that sell for like $80, to be honest with you. Because some of the Dragoons you get, they're all scratched and whatnot. I could give you a discount, but most of my cards are gem mint perfect. Like they come out of packs, and I put them double sleeve, skin tight sleeve, to prevent them from any smudges or anything. And then I double sleeve, and sometimes I triple sleeve them. To be honest with you, these are good quality cards. If you're looking to PSA them, you can. And then also, like I was saying, depending on what your budget, you did give me a budget. Now, talking about that budget that you said, the Dragoon would come followed up, to be honest with you, with a few inexpensive cards, but you wouldn't have like a Quintet or a Dragon Knight until maybe 2 weeks from now, when those cards are available for a lot cheaper, because the current Dragoon and Quintet, they're $15 to $20 per card. So take my advice. If you want the Dragoon, it's optional if you want to pay for it. The lowest I could go for my Dragoons are usually 100 to 120. If you want to get a damaged Dragoon, you could buy it from someone else. But I mean, honestly, a lot of the cards, the reason why I sell them at that price is because, like I said, they're clean. When you get a card, you can always resell and get the value. A lot of these cards that you get for like 80, 70, 80, $90, when you get them, they're damaged. The corners are damaged. So when you resell, you lose money. So you're actually losing money by buying the cars. But some of these cars that I sell, to be honest with you, they are gym perfect. People have never complained that resell. Like they could buy a deck from me and sell it for like $200. That's how good some of the cards are. And to be honest with you, the deck itself, I'm gonna show you here one real quick, and then also this is the last video I'm gonna make for you because I've done this one and I think another one, and you haven't responded to it. So like I said, after this, if you don't take it serious, then I'm obviously gonna consider you um, a troll at that point. Well, something else is going to happen, but I can tell you, as of now, still taking you serious, and the Dark Magician deck that you want, the options are you're gonna do a Dragoon Dark Magician, or you would have to do an Invoke uh, Dark Magician. But you can't do an Invoke Dark Magician Dragoon because those decks, and I have two of them. Those decks are the one that the profile that I made, and Loza did a similar copy, and he won his locals. Okay, so you need to understand these decks. They're about 1,200, 1,500 dollar decks. Um, like I said, if you want to leave the extra the fusion deck out, we can wait 2 weeks until some of these cards lower in price. I promise you they will lower, and then you can buy some of those cards at a extremely cheaper price, and then you would be able to hit the mark that you want. But as of right now, I don't recommend it unless you're willing to pay that 100, 120 for the Dragoon. The one who pays is the boss. For me, it's not a problem. I have 6 Dragoons if you want them all. The problem is paying for them, you know? Um, so having that said, the Asian, obviously, as you already seen on my channel, some of those are already in the decks. I can't break it. But here's an example of one of the decks that I had made for you, and you never responded to it. So let's take a look. Okay, so as you can see, two Dark Magician, a Dark Magician girl, and you said you want the rarity. So because you want the highest rarity, um, that's gonna cost money. So you need to understand, like when you say high rarity, that basically means I can't give you the $4 or $5 Dark Magician. Okay, so I would have to be giving you, like for example, um, like the jump. I have them gem mint. They're 150 a card. Like if you want them used and damaged, they're like $80. I'm serious. Um, so I don't know what dark magicians you want. It's all up to you, because these dark magicians that I'm selling here, um, they used to be $1 a copy, but to be honest with you, they're currently about $3 to $4 a copy, um, and going up. Um, and that's what I'm saying. Like I don't understand what you mean by rarity. You told me the highest rarity, and I'm fine with that. But I mean, once you say that, I mean, really, those two Dark Magician and the Dragoon, that's already 350. So it's like, yeah, that's gonna be too expensive. You have to be more specific of what you want. So look, we have two Dark Magician. If you want that rarity, then that's fine. And then I can do a first edition Ultra or Super for the Dark Magician Girl. You're gonna have to select it. I have all the Dark Magician Girl. Like I don't know if you want the Ghost Dark Magician, if you want the MFC. MFC is like 1,000. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like you need to be more specific of what series of Dark Magician you want, for it to stack up to the money that you requested. And then, for instance, these apprentice illusion magicians, there's a lot of variations of it. Like I have the Asian, Koreans, Then I have the English LED. You have the jump. The jump are like $25 to $30 each. So that's a lot of money. Um, if you want, I could give you the ones that come from Magical Hero First Edition. And those are 15 a card. I would have to give you I would have to give you a discount just so you can afford it at the price that you told me. I'm not being too demanding or anything. I'm just being really honest with you. Like, it depends on what you want. You have to let me know more or less what you want. You can't just say high rarity and expect to hit the 300 and something you said. It's impossible. You have to be willing to cut corners to get a decent deck. Anybody that knows Dark Magician knows that the current Dark Magician, like a decent deck, not a good deck, you're not even gonna win your locals. A decent Dark Magician is $900. Everyone knows that. You see, and then when you say the high rarity, actually the high rarity are the ultras, these first edition, and you know what they are? They're $90 to $95. If they're gem mint, they're 100 and something. They used to be 150. The secrets, the secrets are around 60. You can buy some singles for like $55, but I mean some of them are damaged, they're scratched. When you resell them, you're not even gonna get that value. I mean, these are gem perfect. That's what I'm telling you. I don't quite understand what you mean. I would advise you to go with the secrets. I have some secrets if you want the secrets. They're probably gonna end up costing more, anyways, the secrets. So this is a similar um, deck. This deck was built for you, but you never responded. So I'm just making the video again so you could take a look at what's going on. I don't advise you to play Mahad. I just put it there. Um, I don't remember if you requested it or what, but then the three rod, you said high rarity, so you would want the supers, right? The supers, so I could get you the supers first edition. That's not a problem. And then you would have the spellbook magician, prophecy to draw. If you have any questions, go look at Z Holy. I taught him some of the sequences of the deck, and he's like platinum one from the very beginning. A Master Duo shows you that it goes to show you draw a bunch of cards. Uh, you could draw into half your deck in your first turn, honestly. And then this is obviously the version of the what's it called, Dark Magician Invoked. Is probably your best route because you could get the deck and you could skip Dragoon. You could get Dragoon later when he comes out. It's my advice. But I mean, if you want to pay for the Dragoon, you could get the Dragoon. But it's not gonna be the 350 that you think. Believe me, you're not gonna hit the mark. You're looking at $800-900 deck. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, gotta be more specific. Um, because a lot of people just want to play like a deck they want to play, but they're never gonna win. You're gonna want something competitive that you can play in your local tournament and defeat everyone, that you can beat your friends with. For instance, like these are the spells. These would be the spells that you'd be getting. The unlimited Soul Servant. Because if you want the first edition Soul Servant, I can't let those go for like less than $80 a copy. The reason why I have a lot of them, first edition, but they're gem mint perfect. And to be honest with you, I sold the playset and a guy PSA'd them. He got one PSA 10 and the rest was PSA. No, I think one PSA 8, one PSA 9. Um, so to be honest with you, I don't want to sell some of these first edition for lower market value because I could sell the card for almost double the price because some of the people are PSAing my cards and they're getting a good price. So the best I could do for you is the unlimited. The unlimited. If you don't want the unlimited, then you're gonna have to pay for the full price of Servant. And I'm telling you, the Soul Servant are too expensive. With 3 copies, you're already out of your budget. And this isn't being rude. I'm just being honest. That's $240 just for the Soul Servant First Edition. But if you get these, we could cut the price down. Obviously, you're not gonna want to play those cards that I'm showing right now. Those are just substitutes for the Soul Servant. But then after that, the Dark Magic Attack I have. You want the high rarity? Um, the Dark Magic Attack. Um, the high rarity, in case you didn't know, it's a $50 card for the Dark Magic Attack AST. If you don't believe me, you could go try to buy it somewhere else. Good luck. Good luck. I have a used one that's a bit damaged. I could give you the card for free, but I don't think it's first edition, but it's ultra. The Mystic Mine, obviously, is the top tier. Um, and then it'll be too expensive for you to do the high rarity if you want this version, believe me, because um, you have the secret magical meltdown. Those are $10 a card. Like I'm telling you, this stuff is adding up. I I I just have a hard time understanding you. Like you want the high rarity, then that's a $900 deck. The invocation, because people don't understand a lot of these decks that I build and sell. What I honestly do is when I go to my local tournaments or when I meet up with my friends, I go through their binders and I pull out all the common and the cheaper stuff so that I can sell the deck cheaper. So I can explain because if let's say today I build 5 decks, for example, and they're all $1,500 to $2,000 each. So the question at that point is, if I sell those 5 decks, who's gonna buy them? I'm probably gonna sell one, and maybe like in 6 months, someone that can afford $1,500 to $2,000 deck. It's happened before. I already know it takes that long. Or do I want to get this commons and build the same exact deck for cheap, like 250 to 350, like you want, and sell a lot of them in 6 months? So see, that's the route that I take. I rather accommodate the community than to show off like everybody else. So for the highest rarity of that, we could do the secrets or the ultras, whatever you want. And then the highest rarity, I have about 12 skill drains of the ultra, the lost art, the one that's $100, the ones that are $60. You see what I mean? It's like I get confused by what you mean because if I give you the highest rarity, you won't even be able to afford the monsters by themselves. They'll be too much. Um, and then the traps, the skill drains, they're about $60 a copy for the lost art. Or if you want the original lost art, they're about $100. That's already over your budget with just the two or three skill drains. Like I'm being honest with you, man. I'm just being honest with you. Work with me. So, excuse me. If you want, we could do the Ice Dragon Prison if you want. Those are $10. The the dark magical circles, we could do the ultras. Those remove cards as well. That's why I'm trying to tell you. You have to give me more or less the list of the deck that you want. Because if you leave it up to me, I'm gonna give you a hyper budget English version, but it sounds like that's not what you want. It sounds to me like you want a $900 deck, but you can't afford it. It's too much. Um, And like I said, I hope you're not confused or anything because I'm not. I already know I sell. I already know. I know the price of all the cars. I know all the formats. I know what works. I know what wins the locals. I already know all that. The question here is for the budget that you said, what are you looking for? Because you're going to have to squeeze in that budget to accommodate it. Like the cards that are put in the deck have to amount the amount that you said. So you're the one that's going to have to decide uh, what you want. So, like I said, hopefully by today you make your decision. And then after that, if there's no response, so I don't see you being serious and I don't mean to be rude, but I'm gonna take you as a troll, and then I'm just not gonna take you serious anymore. So hopefully you decide and you let me know. There is another version of the deck. Give me a second. So this is the Asian deck that you've seen on Mercari, right? This is the deck. So I have the English version in my room. I have two versions of it English, but the problem is this deck because some of the cards are like the jump cards between the Princess Illusion and the Dark Magician, um, and then the high rarity on the Skill Drain, and then the Dragoon. I have the Starlight or either the first edition, and you have a lot of these cards at the high rarity, including the Access Code Talker. The deck's about $1,600. Um, so that's the thing when I'm trying to tell you, you don't want the Asian version, which is like $1,400 cheaper. Um, I can't quite understand what is it that you want exactly for the amount that you said. If you want this version, the one that you're looking at right now, we could change a few cards. For sure, you're not gonna have the same extra deck, the fusion deck, because a good strong fusion deck, in case you didn't know, for Dark Magician, is currently somewhere around $500 to $580. That doesn't even include the deck. Um, yeah, so that's why I've been telling you. Like, I think it's a better idea. You can buy the deck now, and if you want, you can wait for the extra deck, the fusion deck. You can wait for it later. I guarantee you in 2 weeks or a little bit more past that, the extra deck will be a lot cheaper. I'm being very serious. It'll be way, way cheaper. Like you have no idea. Um, because some of the cards are getting reprinted and whatnot. Um, so I mean, if you don't want this deck or you don't want the other one, you need to let me know what kind of deck do you want. You said you want a Dark Magician Dragoon. This is a Dark Magician Dragoon, but this is what it requires to make it. This is a deck that you can go down to your local tournament and win. I'm serious, you can win. There will be no deck that'll stand a chance against you. There's too much going on, man. So if you don't want this, I need to hear the variation that you want. That way we can work on your deck the way that you want it and the way that works. The way this deck would work is if we replace the two Illusion of Chaos um, for a third copy of an Apprentice, Princess Illusion Magician. That would put the monsters at 15. Um, and then we can cut the skill drains and put three ref at the high rarity, the ultra versions of first edition, the three refs. But you would only have one dragoon. You can't even have multiple, because the decks sometimes carry three. That's how many I can bring up. But this one carries two. But I mean, even the dragoons at two, that's $260. That's already way over the budget. You see what I mean? So it's kind of difficult. If you wouldn't have said highest rarity, we can squeeze in um, more cards. But because you said high rarity, that changes everything. That to me, that means $900 because that's what I sell those decks for. So I'm gonna finish this video with that. Hopefully you make up your mind by today. Let me know more or less what you want, um, and then we go from there. Hopefully you're serious. I'm not gonna waste any more time doing decks or profiles for you if you don't take it serious. To be honest with you, the other profile that I made for you, it was the one that Loza made, the similar one. He won his locals, like I said, and I sold 2 copies of the Asian version. Um, and I sold 1 copy of the English, but the English was 1,200. Um, so yeah, so there you go. And with that being said, Dark Magic Attack.